Look at it. Look at it. Look at him. Watch this. Watch this shit. Look. Nah, bruh. Nah, bruh.
What? Welcome to the show with DeMarco and Kayla. Deep dive into life twists, see you later. We got questions, got thoughts, no hesitation. Why we like this now is your destination. Pop culture, trends to daily grind hustle. Breaking it down, talking truth, no muzzle. You feel lost, sometimes we gonna navigate. Letting you know it's never too late. Why are we like this now? Gonna figure it out with a pow, pow, pow. DeMarco and Kayla taking the bow. Join us on the journey, we'll show you how.
All year round, passes up a three. Now he fires. Missed it badly. Jokic
Fuck
with
was
a
that?
rebound.
What was that?
And
What the?
that is it.
What's going on?
And the
What's going
LA
on? What's going
Clippers
on?
hang on.
The NBA is back. We are watching it. This is Why We Like This Now podcast. I am Marco, aka DeMarco. This is my lovely co-host Kayla. Kayla, we just got into something we didn't even realize was gonna happen. We into this whole content shit, and now we're like, oh shit, we about to get into it. You know what I mean? The NBA is back. I guess Denver just fucked up game 2. It's tied 1-1. But how you feeling about NBA right now?
I'm feeling good about the Celtics. They're one.
I know. It's so funny because when your team is in it, like, you want to say things about other teams, but you're like, I don't give a shit as long as my team's winning.
Yeah, I'm trying to see. I usually kind of have more of a thought on it, by game 3 or 4, of the series. But so I guess we'll wait another week or so.
And it's funny because I grew up as a Magic fan, and I never even say shit. The Magic have the worst ownership, management, whatever. They can't seem to fucking get shit right. They did it. They've done it year after year. They did it with Shaq whenever he had to go to the Lakers. They did it with fucking T-Mac going to Houston. They did it with Dwight Howard. They did it with Aaron Gordon, who we just saw at the Nuggets. I'm talking about we get so many good players, and so I just can't watch them anymore. I can't watch them anymore. Now, I'm not a bandwagon, so it's just I can't just jump onto another team. So I do watch players. I do watch it for the love of the game. And so, but I'm not gonna lie to you. If Magic starts doing good, I'm gonna throw it in your face.
I'm sure you will.
although looking at the game yesterday, shit, they ain't doing shit. They ain't doing shit.
No, I think the Celtics got it in this one. In the series, yeah.
Celtics aside, because the Celtics, they won last year. Mm-hmm. Celtics aside, there are 3 players right now in my mind that haven't won a championship, and they're veteran players. Who do you think deserves it the most? You got Russell Westbrook with the Nuggets.
I knew you were going to say him.
James Harden with the Clippers. And then you got Damian Lillard with the Bucks. Who do you think deserves it the most? Wait, 2-part question. Who do you think deserves it the most? And who do you think actually has the chance to actually win it this year?
Damn, I feel like it's between Westbrook and Lillard.
Why doesn't nobody like James Harden?
I used to. Okay, I did back in the day. But I don't know. Over time, I just feel like, I don't know.
He's a diva. He's a fucking diva.
That's
what it is.
I couldn't like him anymore. It's just the way he played and the way he just acted. I just couldn't like him anymore. But I still like Westbrook. I've liked him for many, many years.
Yeah, he's probably one of my top 5 players right now, active now. Mm-hmm. But who has the biggest chance? The Nuggets with Westbrook or Lillard with the Bucks?
Westbrook.
I want Westbrook. I really do want Westbrook. If Lillard is on his game and you got, Giannis, everybody over there at Milwaukee, I think they're gonna be hard to beat. So it's good. NBA's back. Like I said last week, fucking life is so boring without sports, and now we're back and now we have this cool little system we can share. We can just chill, watch some games together, fucking, whatever. We'll post some of it, whatever we need to post, whatever we can post. I don't know what we can post and we can't post. I don't know how this
We gotta
copyright
figure
shit
that out.
goes. You know what I mean? Fucking,
Not only
we'll
that,
figure it out.
you have the weekends off now. So that's even better. Because any
Yep.
games like in the afternoon, because a lot of games are in the afternoon,
Yeah, on Saturdays and
Saturdays
Sundays.
and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
Yep. Day drinking. I love me some day drinking.
Dude, I've been drinking way too much.
Sometimes it just makes life just a little bit more interesting. Like you can't lose yourself, but at the same time, it's just like, right, I gotta go to sleep. I can't sleep. Let me have a little nightcap.
No,
Sometimes
there's been no there's been no nothing. I just been at home drinking by myself and studying.
it helps study, right?
I
Now
think
you have to drink before the test. If you have the test,
yeah, maybe I could maybe one just to like settle me down a little because I'm like my nerves have been like crazy lately because of it. But anyway, back to sports.
no, man, and I don't feel like sometimes you have those teams that you're just like, oh, they're so dominant, like
Yeah,
Miami's big three, and you're like,
totally.
oh, that's who's gonna win. And I feel like this year the teams are so, I'm not gonna say even because they're not even, but they've been winning differently. Like I don't feel like there's one team that's just like even with Lakers with Luca and LeBron, like I don't feel like they're there yet. Do you know what I mean? Which
Yeah.
shit, the Timberwolves fucking kicked their ass yesterday. So
So I
fucking
was listening to someone, I forgot who I was listening to because I listen to a lot of sports like content because I
yeah.
follow a lot of shit. But like I was listening to someone talk about how basketball isn't as popular anymore. And it was more like of a thing in the 90s and like early 2000s because of like Lakers, Celtics, all that kind of thing. And not just that, the Mavs were really good at that point. It's just like they said like in the 90s it was like a major sport, but now it's gone downhill so much that like people are always like, oh, LeBron's the best player in the world. LeBron's the GOAT. LeBron's this, LeBron's that. But they were also saying that LeBron didn't play against some of the other players that they played in the 70s or 80s or 90s, in like basketball history. So that's why a lot of people consider him the best because of the timing.
But
The
it's
timing.
also I think it's hard to gauge because like I actually my nephew one day was like, oh, you only say Jordan is better than LeBron because Jordan played with nothing but scrubs. And I almost lost my shit because I'm like, what the fuck do you mean? Fucking Carl Malone, fucking Gary Payton, all these fucking people that you can. But the thing is they weren't alive at the time, and if you don't know these people, and if I tell you names, you're not gonna know. Do you know what I mean? Like Charles Barkley was such a good fucking player, but you think he's fucking was a scrub because of the fucking jokester and fucking dude he is now. But that
And that was
motherfucker could
exactly
ball.
what he
That
said.
motherfucker.
I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
Exactly.
you don't play
Oh, the shit he says
basketball.
about San Antonio women, about them being big women, that shit is the funniest shit ever. Especially being knowing women from San Antonio, that shit is funny as fuck. But that's what I'm saying. Like,
And also
but
Shaq. I mean, look at Shaq. Shaq played for like every team in the
yeah,
NBA,
and but
and when
he
he
and
was
he
a
would bring them
Celtics, he
ships.
sucked
That's what pisses me off about like
so
the
bad.
Magic because like he should have won his first one in Orlando with Penny Hardaway. That was the fucking team, and they lost that one championship, and then they shipped his ass to fucking LA, and I've been so pissed off ever since. But yeah, I just think it's hard to gauge of saying like, hey, these people are better than these people because I can't say that somebody is better than somebody because you don't know right now. Do you know what I mean? But I can say there was more fights and there was more. I read something that said that maybe maybe NBA should be like hockey and just like have like one fight a game and just like let them duke it out. I guarantee you people are gonna watch then.
Yeah, I know. And there was like no flopping back in the day. That didn't become a thing until
We
like
just watched fucking Jokic fucking flop up. And we weren't
Poor
recording yet. I wish I was
bro.
recording yet.
But the guy didn't even really touch you. He just like
Because
scooted
it's
him a
funny because
little
they
and he
said
like
they had said that they were gonna get in trouble for flopping a while back, and they ain't done shit. So,
it's like he should be the new Superman. Oh, did you know there's a new Superman movie coming out?
oh yeah, yeah.
But
What's
yeah,
no,
the trailer.
that trailer there? Um, but yeah, it's gonna be a good little a good series like with everything going on. I don't besides the magic one because they just gonna blow through them. I don't see anybody else. So
Yeah.
let's see. So
But we've
besides
done
that,
before.
how else was your weekend besides the NBA?
Uh, study. Oh, I went to go see a movie that you told me to go
Finally,
see.
yeah, yeah. I went and I was just like, you know what? Uh, I just decided to go. They have a Screen X here, and what Screen X is, it's 180 degrees, so it's like the screen, and then they have it on the side. So, although they said to watch it in that IMAX 7 millimeters, I might have to 70 millimeters. I might have to go watch it like that too, because I heard the screen is like one of the biggest that you could see. But oh yeah. But what did you think about the movie?
It was probably one of the best movies I've seen. To talk to you about it so bad, and you're like, no, just wait. And I'm like, I can't. So then I started talking to one of my other friends on Instagram about it, and he liked it a lot too. But yeah, I don't know. I just felt like it had such a great just a such an interesting plot because the plot was like it just felt so like it just was so different. And then I was trying to figure out, like, I was like, how does a writer even write this? This is just like so interesting, like to think like of things like so outside the box.
But I feel like there's influence. I don't know if he's had the influence, but like to me, it's kind of like okay, these are the things that need like as a black movie that need to be done that haven't been done, and so I feel like. Do you
Hmm.
remember the movie From Dusk Till Dawn
Oh yeah, from way
with
back.
Salma Hayek? Like, I
Yeah,
felt like it was like a I mean it was a bet. This was a better movie, but I'm
yeah,
saying like how like the movie started with like a with a family, and then they get into this place, and all of a sudden there's fucking vampires. You're like, what the hell? That's
hmm
what I liked about the movie is that, but I knew because I looked at it, but you were like, I had no idea it was a fucking vampire movie, and I was like,
No, because for some reason I thought I had seen the trailer like a couple months ago, and I thought it was like about like some spiritual shit going on, like because a lot of those kind of like old
yeah, it's called
school,
Sinners, and you think it's like witchcraft type of shit, which they had a
yeah.
little bit of it in there, but yeah, yeah, and so, and I hate when people say that it's such a good movie because then you go in there and you're like, yeah, okay, let's see. Do you know what I mean?
It's
But
not.
I,
Yeah, but this one was.
but I am the horror guy. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Oh, same.
and even if I love those corny ass, stupid ass vampire movies, like those ones that are gonna have like a 3 or 4 on IMDb. I just will like it. So to start off, like I feel like the movie at first dragged on because you're like, if you knew that it was about like a vampire movie, you start like, what is this movie about? Like, but you start forgetting. You're just like, you start getting into the characters, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, you got Smoke and Stack, and then the young dude, and then you got everybody that they're trying to set up these characters. And at first, I thought it was like it dragged on, but it all went together.
When I was watching it a little bit, I thought I was dragging on, but that's because I was really excited to see the horror part or the scary part, you know? But then, like afterwards, I was like, "Ugh, now I need to rewatch it because I was anticipating it so much that like I feel like I want to rewatch it again.
Yeah.
You know
You
what I
have to
mean?
try to
Because
find to
now that
watch it in that 70 millimeters. I don't know if you got to find that IMAX 70 because it's like the bigger like. Whenever you go to that, you're gonna be like, "What kind of fucking screen is this?" It's huge, and it's kind of like it's just different.
I'm
But
gonna have to check it out. Because the one
yeah,
that the other one down the street from my house is like a cheapo one. And I just have like a shit ton of rewards. So I had like a free movie pass, so I just went there and just watched it. But like I said, I didn't know it was gonna be like the kind of movie that it was and how good it was gonna be. I mean, because one of my favorite, this is funny, one of my favorite vampire movies is from way, way, way back in the day. Lost Boys.
yeah, it's my shit. So
Yeah.
me and my daughter were talking about like, oh yeah, like because there hasn't really been a good like movie like that since The Lost Boys, and I'm like, we don't ever count the fucking Twilight series. The Twilight series was just
I don't think
I
that's
don't know.
really a vampire movie to
Yeah.
me. It's more of like a monster kind of movie because it's got like werewolves and all that.
And
Honestly, I
then
wasn't really into it. My sister made me watch like every one of them, but I
right.
didn't.
And then you have like the Dracula movies and the Nosferatu and things like that. But like
Yeah.
this one was different. Now I can tell you one of the things that I really loved about the movie was that they followed the rules of vampires. They
Yeah.
followed the whole like, hey, you have to welcome somebody in, the garlic, the steak,
Yep.
the
The
I,
silver bullets.
I don't want to like give away things if
Oh
somebody
shit,
hasn't
yeah.
seen this movie.
Yeah.
I know, but like yeah, but the silver
The
and
sun.
like the sun, all of that. Like I was like, you know, like it went. They didn't try to make their own rules because you know a lot of times they'll try to make
That's
their
what they're
own
doing
rules
nowadays. Yeah.
and
Like, oh,
and
they now they have this ring so they can be in the sun or something. You know, like,
yeah, yeah.
you
And
know,
so
like
like I think the only criticism I had was like some of the parts like I hope this is not a spoiler, but like one of the parts where it's gonna kill one of them is gonna turn into somebody and he kills her, and it's like everybody stops, like they're having like this big ass fucking duel, and then all of a sudden it's like everybody stops, and it's like I'm not. I was gonna say in real life that wouldn't happen, but in real life I guess there are no vampires. But I'm saying like, why the fuck did everybody just stop fucking fighting? Like it's like okay, and then everybody ran upstairs, and I was like,
I think because it was sad.
okay. I mean, it was sad. That
I
part was
think that's
sad.
why. So I think that's why kind of like it just kind of stopped everybody in their tracks and they were kind of like trying to like I think take in what just happened because you don't think that certain people in your life are gonna die, you know?
Hmm.
Especially like some of the people that died in that movie. I'm like, I
Yeah,
couldn't believe it. I'm not even gonna say it because it'll ruin everything. But yeah.
right. And I felt the same way. I was like, dang, that person turned, and that person, you know what I mean? But like, um, I feel like oh, I guarantee you you didn't stay to the very, 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 very end.
Someone asked me that, and I said, yeah, I watched it till like preacher turned into like I mean not preacher the boy he was
Yeah, and then they
yeah.
come in, yeah. But
There was a part after that?
the very, 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 very end, yes, there's and this is not even
Mm.
giving away anything, but like the preacher boy sings "You Are My Sunshine"
Yeah,
on the yeah.
in Chicago.
No, no, in the church as a young kid again. After all the credits are done, like
Oh no, I didn't
In
know.
Chicago, he sang some blues,
Blues, yeah.
and then the two people come in and he tells it, and you're like, oh shit, like
I didn't know.
that.
I thought that was the end of the movie.
Whenever he's singing,
Oh, really?
you didn't see the two people come in.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, so you walked out way too early. So like when he's singing, he sits down and he has a drink,
Yeah, no, I
and
didn't see that part.
two people come visit him. I'm glad I'm not telling you who visit him. Now you gotta go watch it again.
Oh, I thought
Cause
I was already going to.
so two people come visit him, and he's like, "Oh shit," you know, because he has them scars on his face.
Yeah.
Yes, but he goes and he stops singing. He goes to the bar, talks to the bartender a little bit. Two friends come visit him. Yes, and you missed that part.
I
And then
did.
after that, there was even another after
Oh
that
my
too.
fucking word. And
Yeah.
someone asked me, "Hey, like did you see the very end?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it was cool that he was like singing in the bar in Chicago." And then they didn't say anything else. So I just thought I thought that was it. I was just like,
No,
"Why would you say that?"
no, he
'Cause the
stopped
only thing I
singing.
ever say like past credits is like in Marvel movies.
Yeah, but you gotta think about it. Ryan Coogler
I
did
know. I just
the
realized.
Black Panther. Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say because I was actually talking to someone about that too. I was like, well, he's a writer for Black Panther, so no wonder why it's so good. But yeah, no.
Every single movie I watch, you know, like I said, every year week I go watch a movie. Every single week I go to Google and I'm like, hey, does this movie have an ending scene credit and the credit scene? And it'll tell you like, hey,
Mm-hmm.
it'll say like meaning and it'll say yes, they have two, and you're just like, oh, so I'm talking about the whole theater left. There was the whole theater was packed, whole
Yeah,
theater
we
left.
all
There was
left.
probably
Everybody was
like
gone.
4 or 5 of us, you know, and I was sitting there and I was like, I'm just gonna stay. And sure enough, I was like, and after that part with when the friends visit, I was like, oh, that's probably it. But I'll just wait still, and then the credits all the way finished, and then And then he
Oh my
played
god,
the
I
the
want to
thing.
see it
Yes.
now. What the fuck? We all left. Like the whole movie theater left.
No, no. And then like, did you know like that kid that played Preacher Boy, he that was his first movie. That was his first ever movie. Like he looked so familiar and
Me too.
I'm one of
I was
those
trying to figure out why.
I'm one of those guys. I have IMDb and IMDb is my favorite app. Like it'll tell you
Oh
what
yeah,
I like about the app, it'll tell you that like what the movie's ranked and then it'll show you like
rated.
everybody in it.
Hmm.
But what I like the best is like because I have kids is like it'll say like sex, violence and gore, language, and then drug use. And so like if you go, it'll tell you like line by line, like okay, and sex is rated this, and there's only this, there's no nudity, and it'll tell you all of that. Um,
It's normal.
oh yeah. There's a lot of like, I gotta tell you something off camera though too.
Yeah,
Um,
same.
and so like, but anyways, I went to his profile there in IMDb, and I was like, damn, he don't had nobody in there. Then I read on it, and yeah, this was his first movie, first time, first starring role, and
You did a good
his
job.
and him singing, that's his real voice.
That's
So
good.
yeah, so
Yeah, you did really good.
yeah, but you know, I'm always into those like 1920 movies as well, like those
Me too.
1930 movies, like
If
they're
they do
like
it right.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and they did it, yeah, and that's
I
why
was
I was like,
surprised to see
dang,
some
like,
I was surprised to see some chinos there, but that was
and I think people forget that there was some
yeah,
immigrant, you know what I mean,
that's
like, and that's why
why.
they did it right. So yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, yeah. Then I was, oh man, that lady pissed me off so much. Although how they end, that's why like how the movie ends. You're like, okay, I guess it worked out for the way it worked out, but still, just like, bitch, calm down. What the fuck? And then when she yelled it out, I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god, like
Hmm.
y'all should have just let her fucking go outside for her husband. Y'all should have just let her go. Shit.
I was so mad when she did that. I was like, you just fucked up so bad they should just kill you. But you'll see,
But
you guys will see that part anyways.
yeah, and I hope we didn't ruin a whole lot for y'all. If you did, that's on
No,
y'all for
this
not
movie,
watching
they're
it
gonna
yet.
be really
Cause
surprised when they see it's like futuristic and then from back in the day, and it's just wild. Like it's not what you expect. So anything we say, I promise you we did not ruin it.
so
It's beyond what
so
you think.
get your
Go see it for
go
sure.
see it. Go see it in the IMAX. Like I said, I watched it in the Screen X, which I heard was pretty good. Not as good as the other one, so I'm gonna have to go watch it in IMAX too. I have to
Yeah.
call me a female friend. Let me see which female friend can I call. I don't know. That IMAX shit is it's like $20 a ticket. I'm like, shit, I might not have to go. Shit, I might go have to go by myself.
Because I go for
Man.
myself now. I don't know. I guess I could have
Shit.
someone pay for me.
Well, I'm a Cinemark Movies member, so like I have a lot of rewards too. So
Oh yeah.
yeah. So you
That's
didn't
so fun.
so did that? Did you do anything for Easter?
Oh, well, for Easter, my ex, my kid's dad, he had my kids, so they spent it with him and his family. So I just kind of was here by myself. I don't have family in California, so I don't really have anybody other than just my kids here, and I stayed here so that way my kids could have a relationship with their dad. So that way
Right.
I didn't go home. I just stayed in California. And plus it's kind of like my home now anyways. So
Oh yeah.
no, I don't really have
Not kind of
family.
like it is your home.
Yeah. So I don't really have family here, any family here or anything like that. So I just kind of hung out at home. It was kind of new and weird, but it is what it is.
And that's another thing I kind of want to just talk about a little bit. Like it is weird. So like this whole co-parenting thing is weird. Like it's good that you get along for the kids, but sometimes like these holidays that really don't matter but matter. Like Easter's one of those. So last year I fell on a weekend that I didn't have my daughter, and this weekend I did have my daughter. So like, but like I'm like, since she was little, like I've always gotten her Easter basket or I've gotten her just something for Easter. So I'll still go drop something off. So like, it's just weird how like you can be a full time parent, but still you're not full time. but you are a full-time parent. You know what I mean? Even co-parenting, you're a full-time parent. But it's like, what do you like? It's like, how do you like? I don't know if you feel the same. Like, it's like, how do you feel the void of like this? You know, I don't have my daughter, so I hate it because I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I have like I do a lot of running, so like I'm just like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna run. But like whenever I don't, I'll resort to shit. I'm just gonna fucking get drunk.
Know what I did. No, but the Easter Bunny still came for them and stuff like that. So they still had something to come home to today when they came home. But it's hard. It's definitely a lot harder because I don't have any family here except for them, and I'm not in a relationship where I have like their family either. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like, and I know my ex's family would invite me, but it's complicated with us because we're too new in the whole
Still though, no, you don't want to do
divorcing
that
kind of
shit. You don't want to do
thing.
that shit. Like honestly, like sometimes it's confusing to the kids, but at the same time, it's like it happens with me all the time too. And they're like, oh yeah, you can always come eat, and I'm just
And we did it
and it's
at Christmas, and it didn't
it's
work out
weird.
how I thought because like it was cool with me, like I was fine, I was having fun, like it was really like I don't know, it was a fun time, but like it led someone to believe that something else was gonna be,
Oh,
like
see, that's a whole different thing because, like you said, yours is fresh and new. So
yeah.
if it's fresh and new, that's what they're gonna think. See, mine is not, and it's still just like I don't know. It's just not my cup of tea. Like, I mean, they're cool. You know what I'm saying? I don't. We have no problems, so I don't want anybody to think that there's just problems. I just think it's still weird though. I'm just like I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be over there if I can. I don't know. I
For
don't know.
me,
That's
it
just
was
me though.
weird
So
not to be with them because they were like literally like my family, like for so many years. Like even when I was friends with my ex and we weren't together, like they would like even when I was like deployed like in Afghanistan, like when I was in the army, like they would send me packages and stuff and I didn't even know them. So like they've been my family for so many years that it's like I don't know, I think it's like 13 years or something. It's weird not to be there, but like now I'm starting to get used to the whole like I need to be separate from that whole thing because like it's not what it was. So
yeah,
I'm just getting used to being alone.
yeah, and that's not a bad thing though. Like that's what I said last time with the whole like whenever I'm dating, you're not in competition with nobody but my solitude because that's whenever you go through this and you go through the loneliness, like you don't do it just because you want to be lonely. Like I know there are some people that are just like quick to just like jump into somebody else's arms because they feel so lonely, but at the same time, whenever you have your kids, that you're not gonna bring just any Joe Schmo up to them and be like, oh,
No,
this is my new partner, my new
no.
person or whatever, and you're just like, no, and so what do? No, I'm gonna fucking I'm gonna run. I'm a drink.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to find something to do to where like I'm just like damn like because like I said it's these like little holidays that don't matter that whenever you know
You're
you're like
alone. It's
dang I
hard.
remember we used to do this for Memorial Day we used to cook out over here or
Hmm.
just different holidays like Easter and it's like and so I like how it does switch like I said like last year I didn't have it but this year I did but like I'm always gonna get it or something though. So, but that's good that like I just feel like you said like it's new to you, so like or it's fresh for y'all, so it's kind of like it'll work out. It always does, as long as you keep your distance and you don't let nobody else come in.
Yeah, and that's the thing, like, even when I was like in a relationship, like in a kind of a relationship recently, like, and we we stopped being together, but I wouldn't introduce anyone to my kids that quick. I like even when I told like my kids were like, "You have a boyfriend?" I'm like, "Yeah, I have a boyfriend," but and then my daughter's like, "Oh, when do we get to meet him?" And I'm like, "Not for like a year."
Yeah, because
She's
like if
like,
it's not gonna work, like
and
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, oh no, it's gonna be a long time before that happens because I
And
need to
that's
make
good
sure
that you have that communication with them too, because a lot of people hide that and they'll be like, "Oh no," you know what I mean? That's one thing I had to learn is because I don't know if you remember, I don't know if you're the same, but when I was a kid, my parents didn't tell me shit. It was like you're fucking stay in a kid's place and you don't fucking
Yeah.
don't get in grown folks' business. This is a grown up's business. You know what I'm saying? What is
Yeah,
your
that's
doing?
how it
Mind your
was.
business. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
they never talked until like whenever my dad went to prison. It was just my mom. Like, and I got a little older. My mom started, telling me, more and more things. That's how me and my mom got close. So like, that's how like knowing that my daughter's getting older. Like I'm talking to her, and we're starting to get closer and closer. Just the way like my oldest did. So.
Yeah, that's good because she's older and she can understand. But times are different too. There used to be a time where, like when we were kids, like when someone told you to do something, you never asked why. You never said, I don't want to do this. I don't feel like doing this. My kids talk so much shit to me, but like it's messing around. But I would never mess around with my parents like
Yeah, I
that.
know. I remember,
Like,
like me and my daughter will say something, but I remember one time I'll be like, was laughing with my mom. I'm like, shut up, and she'd be like, don't ever tell me to shut up. That's disrespectful. I'm like, we were just joking. What happened? You know what I mean? I read something I had posted this the other day. I never knew that. I never knew when my parents got their fucking income tax. Just one day, my mom would
yeah.
would show up with a bucket of KFC, and it was like, oh damn, we got money.
I was like McDonald's, right? I swear we had probably McDonald's maybe like a few times a year. My kids have it. Okay, my kids don't have it a lot because it's bad for them, but like they could have it often, often. But like even like once every couple of weeks, that's way more than I ever. But they eat out a lot, and it's like they don't understand like how different things were. And I try to explain stuff like, did you see the drinking fountain? Did I show you that?
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. The one with the if you drink out of this, then yeah. That's why we don't
I
get sick.
showed my daughter,
That's why
and
we don't get sick.
she was like, that is so disgusting. I wouldn't even put my face near it. And then I was like, I used to drink out of the sink.
Nah, shit.
They
When we were
never
fucking
ever brought
running,
water to
when you've
me.
been running all fucking day and you're all sweaty and
I
musty
know.
as a kid, because that's what we were, sweaty and musty,
But
running
they don't
around
do
doing
that.
shit. I know that's why they're like, oh, that's gross. And it's funny because I'm that single dad. I have that single dad's fucking refrigerator. My mom, my daughter makes fun of me all the time. Like it's like two to go plates and like it's full of beer. I got plenty of fucking
Oh,
beer,
yeah.
but I got like two to go plates.
You told
One of
me.
them's probably expired. I have some old something in there. I don't ever cook, so I had a buddy. He was passing through town, so I let him stay the night, and he came through, him and his girl, and they were like, "Oh, you don't cook? No. What am I gonna cook for myself? No. You know what I mean? Like, like
Love.
sometimes, you know what? And I can cook. That's the thing. It's just like, but I don't want to cook and clean. Do you know what I mean? If I would, I just don't want to fucking clean. So if they could find a way to make like paper pans, yeah, you have paper plates to throw away.
Wow.
I got enough to do in my fucking life than the fucking
Yeah,
than the
like
fucking
I
clean.
wanted to make like jalapenos, stuffed jalapenos with like mozzarella cheese and bacon wrapped jalapenos. Oh, it's like one of my favorite things to eat. But I was just too lazy to make it, but like now I'm really craving it, so I'm gonna definitely make it for myself. But I love cooking. I'll cook for myself all the time.
I'm just lazy when it comes to that. I
I'm so
don't know.
used to cleaning and cooking, so it doesn't really make a difference for me.
Well, that's the thing your kids will learn. Your kids will learn when to see what you're doing. And I guess I need to teach my daughter better. I'm like, hey, this is what we need to do. We need to cook more. But sometimes I'm just like, let's just go grab something real quick. Like,
I mean, I do that a lot,
and
but
like you said about the whole
because of
pizza thing,
course.
like sometimes it won't even
Oh yeah.
be something we choose. We're gonna do the deal. So like if it's Tuesday, we're gonna eat tacos or wings or just something that's really
Yeah.
really cheap. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, well, I guess that was our weekend. I had my kid. You didn't, but that's what we have. I feel
Yeah.
like we're always opposite. So.
We are. We are.
Mhm. Which is okay because then one weekend you'll have stories, one weekend I'll have stories.
Hmm.
Right now you're just going through this little testing thing, so
Oh yeah. I can't wait till tomorrow will be over, hopefully. If I pass this fucking test. I mean, everybody knows about it, so it's gonna be so sad if I fail because then everybody's gonna be like, I hope nobody judges me. No, it's not easy though. It's insurance, and it's 150 questions. It's a
the
lot.
answers the answers are all C. I'm just playing.
I know.
All right.
I've done that before because I got really lazy in school.
Same. All right, let's go to this first video.
Alrighty.
This is a random rant. But like, tell me why. Why are baby daddies like, oh my God, I don't care if I'm dating someone or just talking to someone. I'm forever gonna want to sleep with you. I'm forever gonna sleep with you. Like if that's it, are all baby daddies the same? Because if that's the case, I never want to date someone's baby daddy. Mm-mm. Fudge that.
I'm not like that. I'm not like that at all. And I'm not gonna lie. Whenever I first broke up with her, I did have that in my mind that that was gonna happen. But like I don't know. I feel like I've grown growing up and seeing it too. I used to always see, you know, friends' parents that have divorced or whatever, and I've all, you know, they was always messing with each other. I'm like, dang, does that always happen? Like it's like a norm, and that's why I see like why people don't want to date people with kids. It's not sometimes it's not just the kids. Sometimes it's because they know that there's somebody in their life. Honestly, whenever I think about dating a woman and I think about them having kids, I don't just think about like her and the kids. I want to think about her and her, you know, her kid's dad. Like, do they are they still in the in the equation? Like, how does that work? Because I ain't fucking dealing with that shit. But now yeah, it's been like since we broke up, me and my kid's mom, we haven't since we broke up years and years ago. And not one time have I ever thought, you know what, I'm gonna call her. Now she's married and all that other shit. And I still not I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like as soon as I broke up with her, like I lost that feeling of like of wanting to do it. Now I know why people do it. I have friends that, you know, it's like, oh, I'm always, and I don't know. I've lost that feeling, and it's just like now everything that we've done is strictly like, you know, co-parent. Like we don't have no issues. You know, it's just like that. But I think that's the problem, is that whenever you keep fucking them person, there's always going to be some type of issue or something that's going to happen. Somebody's going to catch feelings. Somebody's not going to catch feelings, even if it's been after all of it. You know what I mean? And I'm, you know, I don't know. Maybe that's maturing or whatever, but not at all. Not one thought in my mind.
So, um, with my kid's dad, I have not even thought about going back. I have not had any sexual or nothing about him. Ever since we separated, it was just like I was cold. I was done. Like it was not, there was nothing there. There was nothing there to go back to, whatever. But he will come back every, I don't know, 1 to 3 months, and he'll try to get me back or try to like sleep with me or something like that. And it just, it's no, it's a no-go. I would not go back.
I
It's
and I
what it
feel
is.
like it's an ego thing for a man. It's just like you were mine. I posted this because a lot of the quotes that I do are jokes, and I posted, you know, marriage is temporary, but a baby mama's forever, because that's true. Do you know what I mean? And but at the same time, it's just like I feel like you've like a man is just like, this is mine. Yeah, you're gonna go do whatever you want to, but that's mine, dude. You know what I mean? Like it's a fucking ego thing. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying is just like when we broke up, like I wanted her to live her life, and I wanted to live my life, and that's just the way it's gonna be. You know what I mean? That's why, like, I didn't want to complicate things. I didn't want to do any of that, because I feel like that's what complicates things. Is when as soon as you start doing those things and and keep doing those things, like people catch emotions, and it interferes with like how are you supposed to move on with your life if you're still doing it? Do you know what I mean?
And that's what I don't understand. Like I don't and I will never understand, because I'm one of those people where when I break up and when I'm done, I'm fucking done. Like that's it. Yes,
Hmm.
I had a boyfriend that I was breaking up on and off, and we were still kind of together, and but that wasn't really like a real breakup. It was more just like me being stupid or whatever sometimes. But like even him sometimes, like even like people I've dated more recently, they're like, "Oh, is your baby daddy living with you? Is he still like?" They're asking all of these questions, and they have rightfully so.
Right.
They can, because they want to know, like, is she still banging him or whatever? No, but they like there are some people that were convinced that he was still living here, and I'm like, no, he doesn't live here. Like we have nothing. There's
I'm
nothing
a
there.
I'm a I'm a pessimistic dude. So if you tell me that you're co-parenting, even though I don't, and I'm like, oh yeah, co-parenting, yeah.
We barely even talk. Like today he called like to talk about my son's baseball and I'm just like it was like the most normal conversation I've had with him in like the past year and some change that we had separated. But I never went back. I refused. There were times where I thought maybe my life would be a lot easier if I just went back to him. And I even talked to you about this many times where I was just like, I don't love him and I don't have any feelings for him and there's nothing there. But like I was like, maybe it would be better if I just went back just to like that it will be easier in my life, like, and I won't be having to deal with dating and all this stuff. And you're like, don't do
But
it.
yeah, it doesn't work if it's just not there. It's not there, and that's what I'm saying. It's just like I think that's the problem is that you've complicated things, and now this person can't move on with their life. This person can't, like I said, I think, and I don't want to say it like, I just feel like that's just the way things work, and like if it doesn't work, because I have friends that have asked like, oh yeah, you're probably still no, I'm not, I'm not. Ever. Not one time have I ever called her in the middle of the night, even before she was married, since our breakup. Not one time. And it's like, and I feel like that's the reason why things are working well, because, we don't have things to complicate it. You know what I'm saying?
And
It's
that's
just
really good.
straight. It's just straight like, hey, what do we do with the kid? This is that. I'm gonna be over there, and that's why I said the earlier, like what we
No,
talked
I
about
know.
earlier about them like getting invited over there. I don't even want to go over there because it's like, yeah, I mean, we can be friends and we're cordial and things like that, but at the same time, it's kind of like, you know what I mean. I still want to keep my shit as my shit and her shit as her shit, and so so and that's what I'm saying. But I feel like that's how men are with their ego. It's like, oh, I'm gonna keep doing this, and I feel like women do it too. Women have that same ego of
I can
yeah,
get him
that,
back, or yeah, I can play with him, or
because I just think about how stupid, like with that song. He's mine. You may have had him once, but I have him all the time. It's just like, bro, like, what? Do you realize how fucking stupid you sound? Both of y'all bitches is dumb. You know what I mean? Like, and it's the same type of deal. It's kind of like just like why are you even gonna do that? And I think that goes along with what we were saying with like sexual compatibility. I think that's something like whenever you break up with somebody, you also like I think women do this a lot too. Is this like you've had sex with somebody, and even though if it was good or if it wasn't good, you're gonna go back to them because you've been with them before. You already know they're clean. So you're gonna go back to that person just because it's just an easier thing to do than to have to let me go to somebody new and have to do it this way and have to what I mean. And so like I feel like whenever you break up with this person, like you want to keep doing that, and it's like I said, I don't think it's gonna work. And but there
So
are a
that's
lot of
what
people
I
like that.
did in the very beginning. Like I had broken up when I like with all the drama that happened between us and then I still try to like we try to like see if it could work or something could work. Like we try to like get back into that whole thing and it wasn't there wasn't any more sexual compatibility for so many years and I think I just hadn't realized that and like when I we broke up and like I said like I had told you before like I felt like something was wrong with me because like I said I couldn't get there for like many years with him. But like then when I was out,
Do they
you
have an
know,
app for that? How does she get there? How do I get there with her?
well, like the chemistry was gone, and and I didn't really realize that until I had gone on my own and been with other people. And then I realized, okay, there has never been anything wrong with me. It was just that the chemistry was gone, the
It's not there.
compatibility was everything was gone for so many years and I didn't even know.
Right. So why would you want to go back to that? That's what I'm saying.
And
There's
that's
some,
what
but
I was thinking. Like
but there are some
there's no
people that
reason.
even if it's not there, that it's just because it's the comfort thing. It's just like, oh, it's easy to
Yeah.
do that. Let me just go do this real quick, and
Hmm.
I'll leave in the middle of the night, and you don't even think about how weird it is for the fucking kid, like waking up and be like, "Why is mom here? I thought mom was gone. I thought mom had her own house." You know what I mean? And it's just
Yeah.
fucking weird. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, no.
I don't know. Stay away from them.
I won't do it.
Let's go to this next
Once I
video.
break up, I'm done. Like I'm literally like it's over.
I'm
That
the
point.
same way. I'm the same way. I'm not spinning the block. You know, that's a one way only, and I'm
That's the
out that
same with
motherfucker.
dating. Like there have been people who asked me on dates like a million times and then they never took me out. And then they're like, and then I started dating someone like actually dating like serious and they're like, "Well, we were supposed to date." And it's like, "Well, you never took me." I asked you like and then I just kind of like I went cold on them because I'm like I'm not gonna be like that. I don't like to put my feelings out there like that. I'm not, So it's just
Yeah, but
like
I feel like dating nowadays, it feels like it's weird. Like if you put a date out there and you're just like, hey, I think I'm gonna go over there this weekend, and then you're like, is that a date or is not? Which goes on to
no,
the
that's
next
not what I
thing.
mean. I mean more like someone saying like, oh, like whether it's hanging out or going out to dinner, it doesn't matter. Either one. I'm not talking about a specific way
Right,
of yeah.
right. That's what I mean. And then I feel like whenever you cancel or you didn't say anything, then I'm not gonna say anything. And you can just kind of just like sit there, both like okay, and like one person is like, well, you didn't say anything. The other person was like, well, shit, he didn't say anything, so I'm gonna fuck him. You know what I'm saying? And it's like it
Mhm.
kind of just stays there. And I feel like that's how things are nowadays. It's kind of like nothing is really set in stone. It's like it's so easy just to be like,
Yeah.
which let's go
Especially
to
if two people agree, like, hey, we're gonna go out. Yeah, let's go out. Let's go hang out or whatever. As opposed to someone just telling you like I've had people too, like, oh, I'm gonna take you out this weekend or whatever, and then they just never say anything. I'm like, okay, well then it just like you didn't tell me ahead of time and I didn't, get myself ready for that, so
right,
it's
which
what
is
it
like this next video is about that, and we'll continue the conversation.
Okay, I know I'm not the only one like this, or maybe I am, and this is why I'm single. I don't care. Just kidding. I'm single by choice. Okay, by choice.
Yeah, sure.
I have a date tomorrow, and I honestly want to cancel on this guy, but he already made reservations and everything, so I feel bad. That's how I feel about tomorrow. Anyways, point is, I want to cancel because tomorrow is Sunday. I literally have to do laundry. I have to go to the groceries. I have to meal prep, and I have to deep clean, and I still have to hit the gym. And I'm just getting home sober.
just at the end, like why?
That's what I'm saying. I feel like she made all these fucking excuses. She made all these excuses, but you just went out. Like I know you didn't go on a date. You probably went out to the club, but like the reason why you're not feeling for tomorrow is because you didn't fucking party it up today. Do you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
that's the thing is it's like okay, then they you set it up, you set up a date, and it's like
Okay, so I get it. She's trying to be polite and not because the guy made reservations or whatever, But don't go. If you're not feeling it, don't fucking go. Don't waste his time. He's thinking you want to go, that you guys are going to enjoy yourselves and whatever. Like, just don't do it. There's
but
been
post
times
but
where
posted it on the fucking internet first.
I know, and that's embarrassing too. But like at the same time, like there have been times where I was on like a few dating apps, and like guys were like, "Oh, let me take you out this day. We're gonna do this and this and this," and then like I was just like, I'm like on those. You're lucky because you can literally just shut someone off like so quick because you don't even have to say bye or anything. You could just shut them out and like they can't talk to you ever again, you know? But then no, and then it just wastes people's time to like make it seem like you're interested and you're not. Like I don't know. I think that's part of the problem with dating nowadays. Like, because there have been times where I was just like, I was ready to go on a date with someone, but then I was just like, like I'm just not feeling it. I'm sorry. Like, I'm not trying to be mean or anything. And yeah, the guy got really pissed off or annoyed or whatever, and then just kind of like blocked me or whatever because I got so mad. But it's like, I'm doing you a favor. I'm telling you ahead of time that I don't want to see you, and I don't want to go on a date with you. You should be like, yeah,
Okay,
I know
rejection.
you're
People
annoyed or
can't stand
whatever.
rejection. Yeah,
Huh?
I said people can't stand rejection.
Yeah, but at the same
Mm.
time, like I'm saving you from it later.
Right,
Like
right. That's what like I guess like me like right now like I still haven't dated after 5 years being
know.
single, almost 6 years now being single. I'm like, because of this though. But like I said before, like sometimes I just don't feel like I'm stable, and I don't even just mean financially. I mean like emotionally, like I I there's I wake up in the morning and I really am just like, yeah, I want to take somebody out on a date and I want to go do this, and then I'm just sitting there thinking like, no, because then if things work out, if they do work out, then you're gonna have to change your life. Why do you want to do that? And I know that's the weird part of me, so I just don't ask nobody out. Now, if and it always happens on accident. Like I'll talk to somebody and I'll be like, man, that movie's coming out on Friday. Yeah, it's coming out on Friday. I don't know what to do, and I'm like, oh yeah, and then I'm like, shit, it's wide open for me to be like, hey, you want to go to the movies on Friday? You know what I mean? And I'm like,
It is, and they're waiting for that. They're waiting
yeah,
for you to
and
be
I'm just like,
hey.
too bad that I have my kid on Friday. The kids are excuses for
Dude,
everything.
I use my kids so much for like reasons on like if I didn't want to like be completely honest and be like, no, dude, like
See, but as I was saying, it's like a rejection thing because like men are gonna be like honestly like I'll be like, what the fuck? Like if I was a guy and I asked you out, I was like, okay, and you called and just said, I just don't think that I can do this tomorrow, and then I'll be like, okay, do you want to do it another day? And you just like I'm just like, okay, you don't want the date with me then. And that's a rejection, and that's what guys don't like. And I honestly, there's a little bit of my ego that I'm probably gonna be a little bit butthurt. I ain't gonna lie. But if you did tell me like, hey, man, my kid got sick today, I'm not gonna believe you. But at least there's that reason, and I'm like, I'm not gonna be butthurt. I'm gonna be like, okay, well, shit, her kid was sick. I'm not gonna ask her out again. So, but her kid was
but
sick.
at the same time, like I'd rather so one time a guy ghosted me, and you remember what happened? I swear to God, I could have died. Like, because I was like so ready to drive like 50 miles to spend like the weekend with this guy and like have like so much fun. And we remember I had told you all about this. This was a long time ago. This was like, I don't know, like a long ass time ago when the guy ghosted me and then he found me back on the
I
dating
don't
app
remember that.
and he was paying money to talk to me.
I do remember you saying that there's somebody that you like denied, and that he kept paying money so he could talk to you.
But that was because he ghosted me, and you're like, oh, you shouldn't talk to him ever again. And then you're
Oh
like,
yeah,
why are you talking to him?
yeah. Because why would you? Why if he
So
ghosted you?
he ghosted
Oh, okay. So
me
like,
because
okay,
he
if I
met up with a
remember right, that
girl.
it was probably choosing between you and somebody else. He
It
probably
was.
chose her, and
It
then now
was.
it didn't work out with her. So now he's spinning the block to be like, okay, well, shit, it didn't work out with her. Let's try door number two.
But the thing is, him and I had been talking for so long, like months and months, and we hadn't met. And it was just like a good thing we had going, and we were talking and we were like, we seemed compatible in so many ways and the chemistry was there like on like video chat, like videos, we sent videos to each other all the time, like it was just there. But then when I went to go meet him, he ghosted me. Like he completely like we were talking all day. Like we had talked all throughout the day. And then all of a sudden, when I was about to leave, he didn't tell me his address. He didn't contact me or anything, you know? And then I was so sad because
My
I'm like, what
man,
the fuck? I have been talking to him for months. Like
my man.
it wasn't just like a week. It was like literally for so
You
long.
gotta take the in your own hands.
And he did it because he was telling me he did it because he met back up with a girl that he had been
That's where he
seeing in the
fucked up.
past.
He shouldn't have told you that. He should have just been like, man, my mom had been kind of sick, so I kind of just been helping her out doing something. So I just didn't feel like I needed to do this. Because, man, you gotta come up with these excuses. You got these excuses in your fucking hands, and you don't even in your face. You don't fucking throw it out there and be like, oh, I was fucking another bitch, so I didn't want to fuck. You know what I'm saying? No, you don't say that. You don't. Why would you say that if you're trying to get in? No, you just, hey, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I wasn't ready. Like I really, I'm not emotionally ready. I've been single for so long. Like I just can't put my heart out there. See, you know what I'm saying? That sounds so good. Like I'm good.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
you
saying?
are.
I'm saying, come on, fellas, you gotta do better than that. You think the truth is gonna fucking set you free? No, it's not. Truth is gonna fucking get you no pussy, bro. Come
But it
on.
also fucked him
Gotta
up
do the
because
option A, option B, option C. Get the options out there, bro. God dang,
it
what you on
sounds
this
like
fucking
some
apps for?
breakup.
These apps are all games. You playing some fucking games. But get the motherfucking rule book out. Get the playbook out. Let's play. Put some plays down, bro.
Well,
no. He's
it
gonna
didn't
pay some
work out
money.
for him because he
He
chose the
gonna pay
wrong
some money.
girl. She was crazy. She broke his phone. She did all this stuff. She stalked him. She got him in trouble at work. Like, it was like this whole big drama thing. And I'm like, well, I'm sorry. That's too bad. Like, but I'm not going to date you. And he just kept trying and trying for like a couple months. And then he stopped when he realized like there was nothing. And then cause I got off the app and then I got back on the app, like, I don't know, like a little bit after, and then like he kept trying and trying again, and I just
No. Yeah. He done fucked up. That's what I'm saying. Like, and he thought money was gonna fix it. The truth and money, you're gonna fix it. No, bro. No. That's not how the game works. If you're gonna be a player, you gotta play the game right. And that's the way the cookie crumbles. Come on, dude.
I love that.
Come on.
But yeah, so I've been ghosted, and I would have just what by saying that story, it was really me just trying to say like I would have rather him say, "Hey, I'm just not into it," or "I met someone else," or I don't know, fucking I can't do it, whatever. I don't care. You don't you can lie to me about whatever excuse, but I would have rather someone tell me, "Hey, I'm not gonna meet you tonight."
Yeah, and that's what I mean. Well, but I can't say that I'm not the same as like. There's been a couple occasions where somebody would be like, "Hey, we should go to the movies on Wednesday," and I'll be like, "I'm down." Wednesday will come, and I won't get no message. I won't get no message, and I'm just like, well, maybe she doesn't want to go to the movies anymore, even though it should be on me. I'm not saying it shouldn't be on me, but I'm just saying like, I'm like, okay, well, maybe she don't want to go to the movies anymore. So then I'll let some time pass, and then I'll let too much time pass. It'll be 9 o'clock, and then I'll be like,
No, I'm not
hey, been a busy fucking day. You still want to go to the movies?
I'll go
You
with
know what I
that.
mean? More than
I'll
likely, they're going to say no,
go.
no. And I'm not going to lie. Like, a little part of me, I'm like, yes. She said, no, I don't have to fucking go. You know what I mean? Like, but, and I don't know what it is. And I don't know what it is. And I'm not going to say, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I don't know. And it should be on me. And I do have that fault. And I shouldn't be like that. I don't know whenever I'll be ready. I don't think I'll ever be ready. I don't know. I think I'm.
Dating is hard because it's like I don't want to date, but I do at the same time. And it's like I don't want to date a new person like all the time. I just don't like that. I just like rather be with the same
And
person.
that's what I was gonna say. So like whenever you're dating, like let's say, I mean, let's keep it real. Dating is you're basically going out there, you're putting yourself out there to somebody else, and dating doesn't mean you're together. Dating is like you interviewing people to try to be with you. So
Yeah.
it's hard to be like, okay, I want to date somebody, and then I'm like, oh, I don't like this person, but I'm also a nice person, so maybe I should go on a second date with them, or let me go to another date with another girl, like like, is it bad to set up dates? Is it bad to set up dates? Like, if I have a date this weekend and then I already know somebody else I want to date 3 weeks from now, is it bad to set up both of those dates if you've been talking for a little while?
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how the rules work. I don't know. You know what I'm
I
saying?
don't think you need to really tell anybody that you're dating someone else.
I'm a loyal guy, so I don't. Wait, no. What? What did you say?
I don't think you really need to like tell anybody, hey, like I'm gonna go on this date with you today, but next week I'm going with fucking
No,
another girl.
nah,
Like
I
you
just,
don't
I
really
just,
need to like tell
I
anybody
just told
anything.
you. I just told you the player rules. I ain't gonna fucking tell. I ain't gonna say it. It's omission is not lying as long as you don't say it. But the thing is if they ask you, you're gonna say it. Are you gonna be like, if they're like, hey, what are you doing in a couple weeks? And you'd be like, uh,
Well, that's why you say I don't know because maybe you don't want to see this girl again.
or maybe
And
I want to
then
see both of them, or all
no,
three of
you
them,
just,
or all 4 and 5 of them. I'm
dude,
going to
you do
Baskin
not want to see
Robbins.
that many. You
I'm
already know.
going to
I'm gonna see,
Baskin Robbins. I want all 31 motherfucking
you're
flavors.
not gonna see that many people. No
No,
way.
zero. I'm gonna see fucking zero. That's
I
what I'm gonna
know.
see. That's what I'm saying. Because that's just me. But I'm just saying, you know, that's as me. I'm just letting you know right now. I'm sticking my toe in the pool. Let's check the fucking temperature, and I'm gonna stick my toe in the pool. Let me see how it is. And I mean, I don't
It's
know.
not
I think it's time
good.
to go out there, explore, have some fun. I don't know. That's the way I feel.
You might have
I
fun.
feel like I, I'm 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 focusing on running a lot because I'm still doing this whole 50-mile a week thing. But at the same time, like it keeps me out of trouble. But at the same time, I feel like I need to get into a little bit of trouble. Do you know what I mean? Just a little bit.
You're talking about just having sex with people or actually dating? Because there's a difference. Like I'm like I guess having sex with people it is what it is, but like I know
What's the
I
difference? What's
was
the
done
difference?
both.
What if the answer is both? What if am talking about dating, but it leads to sex?
Well, I mean it always leads to sex.
It,
Or oh
okay, then it's both.
no, it
It's
doesn't. It
both.
doesn't.
I am.
Sorry, I've dated like so many people and none like didn't lead to sex, so I cancel that out. But yes, I get it. I don't know. Just dating is not fun. It's I thought it was going to be a lot of fun being
So I'm
almost
sticking my
40.
toe in the pool, and you're getting out and getting a fucking towel. You're like, I'm done with this fucking
No,
shit. I
I
don't
really
know.
like I'm in like some kind of situation delusionship still, and honestly don't know what's going on. I'm just trying to get my life right, and then I'll figure that shit out later. Like, cause I can't do it anymore.
Yeah, I might joke right now, but that's how I feel right now. I feel like I'm just gonna live my life, and if somebody comes along, they come along. If they don't, they don't. And you know what I'm saying? Like, not
Mhm.
everybody's gonna be for me, and I know, and I'm not gonna say that I'm not gonna
Mhm.
give it a
Yeah.
chance either, because I want to give it a chance. Like if it's in your face, you give it a chance. I just that's because that's how I feel. Like I feel like if you're a woman and you're gonna try and you give the effort to actually like hey express like hey I kind of want to kind of maybe I'm like okay
Yeah.
let's let's set up an interview for Tuesday at
Wow.
dating is interviewing. That's it. I'm just saying like
No,
are
and
you gonna get the
literally
job or
it
not?
is.
Are you gonna get the job or
And I
not?
feel like
Exactly.
dating apps is just making it way worse because literally, like I was just telling someone, I think like 8 months ago or something like that. I don't know, it's been a while since I've been on a date, but like I was telling someone like when I went out with them, I was like, oh, it didn't feel like it just felt like too much like an interview. And then they got super offended, and I'm like, well, because I'm asking you these questions, and you're just asking me the same ones back. Like it
Yeah.
wasn't like there was no like rapport building, there was no conversation, like there wasn't conversing. It was just like literally like
Yeah,
me
you
asking a
bombed the
question.
fucking interview. You didn't get the job. You didn't even
Yeah,
get the temp job. You can't even clean the toilets. It's time to go home, bro.
and I had to like straight up tell like so many people that like it you don't people don't know how to talk nowadays because of the whole phones and you got chat GPT, so you don't really need to know how to understand anything because you can just Google anything. So like just people don't know how to talk and I just don't like it. Or they're always on their phones and I'm like, dude, like
Oh yeah, I won't deal with that shit. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not gonna say that I want to date because I don't want to date. But I'm saying if you're gonna put forth the effort, I might go have a good time with you because that's what we're here for. We're here to have a good time, not for a
oh
long
God,
time,
don't
but for a good time.
can't even. Do you know how many dating profiles have that?
I know because they just want to fuck. Because they just
Stupid.
want to
Yes.
fuck. But
That's a
that's what
hundred
I'm
percent
saying. That's
why.
what we've gotten here, and that's how you get it. I don't know. It's
I,
cliche. That's
it
the
is.
cliche thing, and that's what you do. You have to put it out there. You have to put it on the dating app. You have to do that, and maybe they've been through some shit that we didn't, and that's all they want to do.
I wish you would just try a dating app. Just try it
Maybe,
out.
maybe
Just
one day.
try out Bumble. Just
Maybe one day. Maybe I'll get into fucking. I'll try MySpace first. So but that's what started the.
oh wow.
But that's what it is. They put their things on there. At least they say what they want. That's what you gotta get to. But
I
dating,
think I kind of started that with AOL When you ask ASL.
Yeah. Which what started everything with this, and that's how we put it on there. One day I'll get there. One day it'll happen. But that's how this dating thing has gotten to where we are, where we're at now. And that's why we ask, why are we like this now? Why are we like this now? It's another week, another episode. We just talking shit. That's what we do about whatever the fuck we're talking about. She wants me on a dating app. Probably not going to happen. Maybe one day we'll see what happens. I'm going to put my fucking toe in something. I don't know. Do you want me to put my toe in you? We'll see.
No.
I am Marco, aka DeMarco. This is my lovely co-host, Kayla. You can catch us here every week. This is week 11. We are still doing it. We're still moving strong. Y'all have a good one.
Bye.
Why are we like this now? Gonna figure it out with a pow, pow, pow. DeMarco and Kayla taking the bow. Join us on the journey, we'll show you how.